Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be sipping some tea while hopefully spilling some tea as I chat to you and answer all of your questions. I posted Ask Me Anything on Instagram and I've gotten some really good juicy questions and I'm going to be answering them as I apply some makeup. So settle in, grab a drink of choice, and let's get into it. Hello! So you're all zoomed in to the face and you know the drill. It's time to start applying some new products that I've really been enjoying, and I've kind of developed a new everyday routine and I really want to show it to you guys today. So yeah, let's just chat. I feel like you guys know me, but I also feel like you guys don't know me. I try to be as open as I can be, and I have a lot of new followers on social media and things are growing, which is really exciting. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of, post on Instagram and be like, if you have any questions, just ask, so that we can get the ball rolling and you guys can get to know me better, hopefully. So I am gonna go in with the Vita Liberata Beauty Blur. This is a skin optimizer and I'm obsessed with it. And I kind of use this as a no makeup primer. I feel like this makes it look like I have a filter on my skin. Actually, I was wearing it in one of my TikToks and Instagram videos that went kind of viral about the importance of hyaluronic acid. And I got so many comments on that video that accused me of wearing a filter, having the beauty filter on, and I thought that was so funny because I wasn't. But I had put on a little bit of sunscreen and a little bit of this, and I thought that was really funny. But anyway, this is in the shade Latte Light, and I'm obsessed with it. I am going to be ordering several more of these just because I need to have them on hand. I mean, look at this gorgeous glow. I mean, if you overdo it, you can end up looking a little bit like the Tin Man, which we don't want. But I kind of love it as a base, and I think it's so pretty. Even in winter, if your face is feeling dull, just throw some of this on and you'll be good to go. So the first question is, do you have a workout routine? You are so pretty. Thank you so much. I don't have a workout routine right now just because things are crazy, especially in California. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe 2. We have really bad air quality here right now because of the fires. I was running. I was doing some light running, and I was also doing a little bit of yoga, but I mean a touch of it. Even before the pandemic, my relationship with working out has been it varies a lot. And I'm the kind of person that I want to work out, but I don't want to work out. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's been hard for me to get into a routine, but the pandemic has really made me be wanting to get back into it. And typically my favorite way to work out is to mix a little cardio, like something like yoga or jogging, and then add a little bit of weightlifting. So I guess to answer that question, no, I don't have a super structured workout routine, but I believe in the importance of it, if that makes sense. All right, question number 2 is, could you post your everyday natural makeup look? Girl, it's happening right now. Okay, and then another question is, are you looking to hire someone? If yes, then for what designation? That's actually a great question. You guys are so good at coming up with these. As we talked about, it's getting a little overwhelming. I'm really excited. I feel really lucky that it has grown so much, my following. I think part of the reason is I started really taking TikTok seriously, and I could just connect with so many more people, which was really cool. And then on Instagram, I started connecting with even more people. So it just brought everything together. And I'm really excited to get to talk to so many of you. I started this in February and I had little to no expectation. So I think, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that takes a long time, like sorting through PR, talking to companies and brands back and forth about different things, planning a content schedule, technology. There's just a lot. So yes, I am looking to hire someone eventually because I do think it's a really hard job to do alone. Most people who are doing it really successfully and posting really consistently usually have help of some kind. Either they have an assistant or they actually have a partner who's helping them and working with them. I'd want someone who would maybe have a background in graphic design or who had a background in editing. Someone who's just excited about the beauty industry. But yeah, that will happen eventually. I'm going in with the Giorgio Armani. This is a corrector, and look how thin this wand is, you guys. It's like the thinnest thing ever, but it's amazing when you have super dark circles. And usually I just kind of create a little bit of color correction right in here, and it just really helps brighten everything. So I really like it. I've had it in my collection a while and I kind of forgot that it existed, but honestly, it's amazing for brightening. All right, so hopefully that answered your question. I am looking for someone, and I would want the distinction to be more of like an assistant. You mentioned you're an opera singer. Can you tell us more? Show us a performance. Oh my gosh. So Kyla Fish asked this question. I don't know if I'm supposed to reveal that, but I just thought I would because she's so nice to ask that. I started this channel while I was still in grad school for opera, and I had plans to, you know, do that basically. I wanted to apply to maybe a young artist program, which is when you kind of are trained and it's a step up before you maybe enter an opera house or concert work. And I'd already done some concert work and I was super ready to start my career, going in with the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. And then the pandemic hit, and they actually said that there won't be any live performances until the vaccine has been out for a year because of how unsafe it will be for everyone in a massive arena with people who are singing. So, and because opera takes several months to prepare and rehearse, I just don't see it happening for a long time, which was really scary and weird to graduate right when that was happening. And I know a lot of people experienced way larger hardships as a result of the pandemic, but what I'm trying to say is it threw me through a loop. And so yeah, that was weird. And so I ended up not doing that as I thought I would, but I still train and practice every single day. And I'm still doing a little bit of like recording work and virtual work. I do have another channel. I have not updated it in a while. You can check it out. I'll pop it here. And it has some of my videos. They're kind of old. But yeah, basically now what I'm doing is I'm training. I'm gonna go in with the Honest Beauty blush. Thank you to Amanda Z for recommending this to me. I adore it. And so yeah, that was the story. But I always had a passion for makeup, and I was working at Sephora at the time. And then when I no longer was working at Sephora, I just felt like this void because I loved connecting to clients and helping people, and I wanted to keep doing that. So this channel became even more of an outlet. I didn't start this channel for that reason. I always wanted to start the channel, and I actually had started it while I was working at Sephora right before the pandemic happened. And then when the pandemic happened and I no longer worked for Sephora and moved back to LA from Seattle, I was like, well, thank God I have something to focus on that brings me joy and that is something that I can do. But yes, opera was so interesting because I never even had plans to become an opera singer. It just kind of happened. Things fell into place to get that to happen for me, if that makes sense. It was not like I was amazing and then people were like, oh yes, you must do opera. It just kind of almost happened by accident, and I'll tell you guys that story. I'm gonna go in with the Cocokind Chaga Bronze Skin Nourish Highlighter. This is perfection. It is so gorgeous. I cannot stress it that enough. I love it. I've been obsessed with it, and I started to use it in every single makeup look, and it's so pretty, and I just love it. So yeah, so opera. I was singing for fun when I was young. I had like a little voice lesson and we just sing pop and stuff, and I loved it. I was not amazing. You wouldn't like hear me and be like, oh, what a voice. She needs to be on stage. You know what I mean? But one day my teacher said to me, hey, have you ever considered singing classical music? I think it would really help you. And I kind of snubbed the idea. I said, well, classical sounds really boring to me and I don't want to do it. So I kind of resisted for like a year, and then finally I tried it, and I was just imitating sound at that point. I had no formal opera training, but I loved it. It was just so exhilarating to pretend to sing that way that my teacher, for whatever reason, had the wherewithal to be like, you know what if you did try it? And she said to me, I think you should look for someone who can train you in opera. And so that's when I found my teacher, who I've been with for the last 10 years. She's like a second mother to me. And I sang for her the first time. And, you know, I wasn't even thinking about doing this super seriously, but I wanted to learn. And she was like the first person that I met who was like, yeah, you're not very good, but we'll see what we can do. Honestly, I believe that she's the reason that I'm doing this professionally, or that I hopefully one day will be. Anyway, so that's the story essentially. I do hope to sing professionally once the pandemic is hopefully over, but I think it will take some time, and I will still continue with my channel even after I start to sing opera publicly again. So I'm really excited that I have this platform. So now I'm gonna go in with the Mai-Light Rose highlighter. But yeah, I do have another Instagram for it. You can see it in my current bio. I'll just drop that info down below. And I do plan on posting like more videos of me singing. So if you were curious, then you can like follow me there and check that out. But yeah, that's the story. How do we like this highlighter? I think it's so gorgeous. These two, oh, they've been such an amazing surprise for me. And I think that this, even though it says it's a bronzer, this could be so pretty on deeper skin tones as a highlighter as well. So I really, really like it. I just think that these products, they just mesh into the skin and they look so amazing. So really happy with that. So you groom your own eyebrows. No, I don't actually. That's actually the only thing I've had done, because I had another question in there that was like, have you gotten Botox? And I know a lot of people have like really been questioning like whether or not I've gotten Botox, but when I tell you guys, you will be the first to know when that day comes. Like, I am such an open book. I will take my camera along. I will take you guys with me. I'll tell you which doctor I end up going with, like who my derm is, the whole process, a before and after. I will take you with me is what I'm saying. So no, I haven't gotten it, but when I do, I will tell you. And I'm for sure open to getting those things done. I just don't think there's a reason for me to do it now. I know preventative Botox is a thing, but for now I'm using retinol and topical treatments, and I find that they work just fine. So yes, but the brows, that's the only thing I've actually had done. I had them microbladed, and it's the best money I've ever spent. And if you want to see a video on it, let me know in the comments below, and I'll make like a whole separate Q&A. I don't really groom my own brows. I don't do anything except for pluck them, and I'm not even very good at that because I'll forget to, and then I'll look at myself in a zoom in and be like, when's the last time we plucked? You know what I mean? I went to someone really good who understood how to create brows that were tattooed but didn't look tattooed, and I don't think that they do look tattooed. I mean, maybe they do, but I think they look natural, and so usually I don't do anything to them. Sometimes I'll fill them in, but very rarely. But I have been getting into soap brows. I think they're really pretty. This is the Patrick Ta brow shaping wax, and I have a little spoolie here from an Anastasia brow definer that I just dipped in water and ran over it. And I am really liking that look. I think it's really pretty to have them all fluffy. But yeah, best money I've ever spent. Makes brow maintenance super easy for me, because she shaped them when she did them, so now all I have to do is follow the shape of the fake hair, if that makes sense, and I'll always have a perfect shape. Favorite skincare products? Well, I have that video that I made when I had dermatitis, but I definitely have some favorite skincare products that I haven't shared with you guys that I will. I have so much content that I want to create and just like not enough time, but I promise I will. Some brands that I really like are Inky List, The Ordinary, CeraVe, such a good just staple brand, La Roche-Posay, Crave, Youth to the People, Paula's Choice, just a lot of good ones out there, to be honest with you. I did get another question, which was, will you ever be clean beauty exclusive, and why aren't you? And this is a question that I was hoping someone would ask. Honestly, I was gonna say it even if no one asked. And now I'm gonna go in with the Ilia Drawn In Bronzing Powder. I'm just gonna go over top my eyes and just kind of just go into the crease there to create a little warmth. Sometimes when I don't wanna put concealer on my eyes because I have like hyperpigmentation that darkens the eye, then I'll just go in with bronzer even more, and it'll just look like I'm wearing eyeshadow, more eyeshadow than I am, and I won't even conceal. So that's a little hack for you. Yes, so clean beauty. Let me say this correctly. Let me say this right. The reason that I'm not clean beauty exclusive is because even though I think the movement is amazing and it kind of empowered people to look at what was in their products and ask for better ingredients, you know? I don't want artificial fragrance in my products, it irritates me, or I don't want it high on the list. I don't want the two main ingredients to be glycerin and some synthetics. I would like some actives thrown in there. There's a lot of fear-mongering that's going on and a lot of misinformation that's being spread, and now it's becoming trendy to be paraben-free. Well, the problem with that is that most of the traditional parabens, when used in low concentrations, are actually extremely safe. And now brands have no way of stabilizing their products, meaning that their actives may not even work for you because there's nothing that's preserving the product over time and allowing it to work. Or maybe they're replacing that paraben with a different paraben that has way less studies on it and is actually less safe for you. Actually, silicone is a skin protectant, and it also really helps actives better absorb into the skin. There's actually no studies that show a negative correlation of silicone being a pore clogger. It's just like sunscreen. If you don't wash it off properly, it may clog your pores. Obviously, everyone's different, so maybe you specifically have an irritation to silicone, but you would be a very small percentage, if that makes sense. There's just a little bit of misinformation. I don't like that. I believe in scientific products. Everything is a chemical. If it's built in a lab, it means people worked hard on it to make sure that your skin would appreciate it. So I don't think that everything's all bad. I also love some clean beauty products. I love that they're trying to include as many beneficial ingredients as possible. I love that brands are now explaining their ingredients and saying, hey, we have this for this, we have this for this. Like, that is awesome to me. So pros and cons, I love some clean brands. Ultimately, you guys need to make your own decisions, and I want to empower you to do that. So even if I'm not clean beauty exclusive, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do here. That's not what my channel's for. I just want to be a resource to you, and then you can disagree with me or agree with me as you see fit. So I hope that answers your question, but I really did want to address that. So thank you for asking. Alrighty, now last step, I'm gonna go in with the Milk Kush Mascara. I've been loving this. It's just so soft, and I find it really lifts and coats my lashes while feeling really soft. So I think one of the last questions I saw on there, I mean, there were more, I just couldn't get to them because I'm too much of a chatterbox, was the question about what is your favorite part of being an influencer? Sometimes I really don't feel like an influencer. I know that's a dirty word. I don't think it has to be. I think if you are trying to spread positivity and awareness, it's not a bad title. But I don't really feel like one because it's just been so whirlwind and I just started. But I love it. I love talking to you, and I think my favorite part is when someone tells me that something was helpful. And I love the interaction, and that's why I think the beauty community is so awesome, and I think it can spread a lot of positivity. And last but not least, I'm gonna go in with this Jouer lip balm in the shade Peony. I love this one. Just such a good oldie but goodie in my collection. It just makes my lips look bigger, you know? Don't even have to work that hard to achieve it. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna do a quick zoom in and then wrap up this video. All right, you guys, that is the finished makeup look. I have been pretty obsessed with all of these products, and this has been the look that I've been wearing every day for the last few weeks, and I really have been enjoying it. I think it looks so pretty for summer, and thanks for tuning in, and I will answer more questions if you're interested. Just feel free to pop some below. I know I get kind of very into the nitty-gritty of the products that I talk about because I'm a product nerd at the end of the day, but if you like more chatty videos like this one, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you aren't already. Go ahead and enter in the giveaway that's on my channel a couple videos back, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!